Hello and welcome to Sims Life channel. This is a series of 100 babies, 13 degrees, and 60 aspirations. In this week's video, we're going to do Expert Nectar Maker Aspiration, and we're going to graduate with our communications degree. So let's find out all the chaos that happens with nectar. So as we spin the wheel, of course, we know it's Expert Nectar Maker. This does require Horse Ranch Expansion Pack to have this aspiration be unlocked. And from build by mode, you'll get a nectar maker under the activities and such. And the aspiration is only one level basically. And you need to achieve level 5 skill, which is going to max out the skill level. You have to make 50 excellent bottles of nectar and make 100,000 similones with all your selling nectar. So in your notebook, you can see what all these nectars do. So there's grape. Grape is feeling confident. So when you make this and you have a sim drink it, it will make them feel more confident. And other bottles of wine, nectar, will make different feelings as well. So we're going to make a potato one since we are able to do skill level 2, which unlocked it. I highly recommend doing gardening hands with the nectar making because then you'll get all your ingredients and that's just so much easier and faster. But you can also buy all of them as well. So potato helps them feel especially happy. Ooh. So far we've made one excellent bottle out of 50, but now we are level 3. The nectar maker does get sometimes dirty, so make sure that you are clicking through it and cleaning that up. If not, the excellent bottles won't appear as often. And we have not made any money selling nectar yet, but we will do like a batch sells off. And stomp, 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 she goes. So here's another bottle. Yay, that was the second one. So now here it says clean nectar. So just make sure that when you're doing this back to back that you are cleaning it to make sure that you have excellent bottles coming out. And then you can buy a little box, which is like a storage for the nectar. And if you store it for a long periods of time, you can make it lightly aged or moderate age, and you'll get more similones for it as well. So I skipped around and did secrets from a previous episode, and we finally found her. We wanted to confront her. We ended up having to do a property fix because we are in a rental unit as well. And lots of baby time. So we do have all 6 infants in our house right now, and lots of sit-ups and crawling, all the fun things. So we are so close to level 5 now, 98% complete, 99, and ta-da! We have maxed out our skill. Super excited. And so far we've made 11 bottles of 50 excellent bottles of nectar. So this is taking me quite a bit for the entire week. We're already on Tuesday, and we just made fruit nectar. Helps Sims feel happy. Even if light aged, the effects of the bottle will last longer. And we're also doing Get Famous, so we're trying to do posts in between. Berry nectar also makes them feel happy, but what wine doesn't make people feel happy, right? So that was a $2,000 bottle, 888 similones. 1,900 similones, so we're already up to 5,000 similones out of 100,000, and it's already Wednesday. And if you've been watching us, we only film from Sunday to Sunday in Sim Life, so that way we can do one aspiration per week typically. A lot more stomping around. We even made a circle that time. And while we're doing this, we are taking those 4 college courses to finish our communications degree and taking care of all of the infants as well. Yay, we got up to 20, and Gardena just pulled up to stand milestone is unlocked, so that's exciting. Yay, Iris unlocked sit up, and so did Heather. We're moving along. Pretty soon they're all gonna be toddlers. Oh, we got crawl milestone for Gardena. And yay, we can age her up. She's unlocked all of her milestones. So we're going to age her up. Happy birthday, Gardena. So she went from an intense to angelic toddler. So that's a pretty bipolar change there. Yay! So now we have 3 toddlers. And it looks like Iris is getting super close. And she is ready to go. However, Iris is technically supposed to be younger than Heather, so we're going to work on Heather's crawling before we age up Iris as well, but then we'll age them up together. So we finished 50 bottles of nectar. It took us until Friday. We started on Sunday, and we graduated this term with an A+. Super excited for that. And Heather finally figured out how to crawl, so now we can have double birthdays for Heather and Iris. And Iris is now pull up. So she had 11 more days before we had to age her up, so we beat the time clock basically for 11 days. And here we go with more nectar. 5,000 similones, that's not bad. Ooh, 16,000 similones, that was great. We're up to 30,000 now. Here's some grape, so 4,000 similones. 6 bottles of this one was 2,000. And then let's open up our storage rack. So that was 12,000, so it does pay off when we lightly age any of the bottles. One rack, I believe, holds 12 bottles of it. So the more you can store it, the more you can age it, the more similones we'll get. But because we're kind of on a time crunch, we're trying to sell them as quickly as we can get them. And happy birthday, Heather! She's a charmer. So yay! And then we're going to also age up Iris because she did her things. And then I built out a 4th floor because I was tired of living in the tiny little apartment with 2 bedrooms. So I built this for 3 bedrooms for the children and a master bedroom for the parents. It looks a little cramped, but coming from the littler apartment on the 2nd floor, it seems so much huge. So we are doing for rent property owner. So we do own this entire property, and there are now 4 units for rent, and we are living in the 5th unit. For rent, did change their number of units, so you can only have 6 units. Even if you try doing a cheat code does not work anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. And right back to Expert Nectar Maker. I also brought everything up to the 4th floor so I could actually watch the toddlers and make sure that they were not doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. And it just helps me see everyone on the one level. So, and we are graduating the communications degree. I'm not going to go force her to go do graduation. I did attend graduation on the very first degree I got, and I think it just wasted more of my time than it was really necessary because we have so many toddlers in the house, and our goal is to age them up as soon as we can. But communications degree is finally finished, and we're going to sign up for our next degree. So now we're up to 56,000 similones currently, and it is Saturday in Simworld, so we have 1 more day to keep working on this until we change over to another aspiration. Yay! We can age up Iris! Because I thought her crawl was unlocked and it wasn't, but now she finally learned how to crawl, so we are aging her up to be a toddler. Happy birthday, Iris. Hooray! Let's see what random thing we're going to give her. Fussy. Okay. Well, we're going to have a fussy toddler now. That's all right. The other 2 are working so hard on getting their skills. So in order for a toddler to age up, all 5 of their skills have to be at level 5. And it looks like Ash is about to max out his movement skill. 9900. Awesome. So we're going to age him up as well to a child. So now we have 1 child. and 5 toddlers. So for our next degree is culinary arts. We only need 8 classes to graduate. It took us 6 degrees for them to drop 1 class, which is kind of huge because taking 1 class for that one random last semester was kind of excruciating. I'm going to do equity arts, which is horseback riding. Kind of fits that we are doing an aspiration from Horse Ranch expansion pack. But we have not done anything with the aspiration of horseback riding, so why not build up our skill before we actually have to do the aspiration? I don't know why it's not maxing out his movement skill, even though he maxed out the skill, so that's kind of glitchy. But I see that all 5 are maxed out, so we're going to age him up. She's inspired. Nash is actually our first boy in the household of all the babies we've had, and he's baby number 7 out of 12. Happy birthday, Ash! So he was clingy as a toddler, and he is now going to be mean. Okay. And we're just going to pick a random one. For a child to age up to a teenager, if you've seen my other episodes, they have to do all 4 of their aspirations. So the creativity, the motor, the social, and I'm drawing a blank for the 4th one, but 4 aspirations have to be completed. Ooh, nectar. Drink, drink, drink. And we're still going. Smashing up that fruit. So let's see. I mean, they're all excellent. 700 simoleons. We're making some progress. We're at 57,000 out of 100,000. And you can see if you hover over the bottles, if they're lightly aged, moderate age, and such. But that was 4,000, so that's not too bad. That's another 2,000. If you can't tell, I've made a lot of bottles this week, and it's already Sunday at 5 p.m. I really, really wanted to complete this aspiration, and I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. Sad. Very sad day. 6,000. Ooh, we're at 74,000. Still 74. 75,000. Okay, so we're 25,000 short of our aspiration goal. So let's spin the wheel for next week's video is going to be leader of the pack. And this is actually aspiration from Get Together expansion pack. And it's all about clubs. And this is my tracker. If you've seen it before, this is how I keep track of everything that's happened. So Ash is a child now. He's 55 days to age up. Our goal is definitely to age him up about when he hits 45 days. It's usually taking me about 10 days to age up a child. And then it usually takes about 7 days for a toddler to move up to a child. But Birch, Fuchsia, Heather, and Iris are all now toddlers. And you can clearly see that Fuchsia has 16 days, Birch is 21 days, Gardena has 24, Heather is at 27, and then Iris is at also 27. So we were able to age them up same day, but it took a couple hours after Heather had aged up. And we're graduated with communications, so we have now 5 degrees completely done, and we are working on 4 of 12 credits. So this is our first semester. Because we've completed 5 degrees, they let us have 4 free credits. So we only have to do 2 semesters, which is super nice. And then our aspirations, which I think is actually going to be our bigger task to complete. This is how I'm keeping track of where we're at with all the different levels. So friend of animals, I know we didn't do a single thing with, so we're going to just skip that. But nectar making, we are still level 1 technically because there is no other levels, but we're at 75k of 100k. So I think we did pretty well this week. Just slightly sad we didn't finish it. And fortune, we did finish Fabulously Wealthy. I just like randomly clicked on it and it completed it, so we're just gonna go with it. We completed it February 8th. And we're just gonna highlight it because I like colors. And I don't think we've done anything else. I've not touched any other aspiration this week. So this is leader of pack. It's under the popularity. We have to join or start club and buy a club perk. So next week's video is all about leader of the pack. So you can watch me step by step on how we're going to complete that aspiration. And then we're going to dive into another spin the wheel with Paragon partner. And it's kind of drama because Lilly cheats. So hit that like button, hit subscribe so you can see our next episode the following Sunday. Thank you so much for watching and happy simming.